How anxious attachment sabotages your relationships. How anxious attachment sabotages your dating experience, even from the very beginning, from a first date to a relationship. Pay attention and take notes. We understand everyone's got anxious or avoidant attachment. It's understandable, it's relatable, it's common that we all have something. But the key goal is to develop a secure attachment within yourself, maybe through some professional help. Send me a message, but not rely on it for someone in your relationship world, dating world to solve, fix, and manage that for you. Otherwise, you're still basically triggering yourself with your anxious attachment, disguising yourself as something of not being anxious, but you are, and really sabotaging your situation of not enjoying dating, not enjoying relationships as you should want to. We lose the actual factor of thinking, shouldn't this be enjoyable? Why am I so anxious? Why? We have to work on that. So if you find yourself in this position right now, I'm going to go through the last 4 tips on what to know, what to look for, and how your anxious attachment has been sabotaging your dating experience or relationships. Number 1, your whole world revolves around them. That doesn't sound healthy at all. Your whole world revolves around them. It's great to have a companion. It's great to have a commitment. It's great to have a trust. It's great to have a foundation of me and you together versus the world. But your whole world can't evolve around them. Your whole world has to evolve around you, so you're a better you for him, and vice versa. Perfect example. Client of mine, situation, anxious attachment, very anxious. She doesn't want her boyfriend to go out and have fun without her. Doesn't feel comfortable. Not necessarily jealous, but just feels like, why? I'm here. Why does he have to be there? Oh, you mean hanging out with his brother and his best friends to watch the Euro Cup? You don't care for soccer. You don't want to go out, but he can't go out and have fun. Nope. Your world revolves around your partner, where you don't even want your partner to be in his own element anytime other than with you. Because the anxious attachment now sabotaged your anxiety to be now controlling, manipulative. And you suffocate the relationship. You suffocate it for your own needs, wants, and fears to a point where somebody can't even be who they are, say what they want to say, or do what they want. What kind of relationship is that? Because you need that constant validation, reassurance. You need that constant connection. You need that constant attention because you're so anxious. Good luck with that relationship. Which leads number 2. You sacrifice your own wants, needs, and desires to make them happy. You see how much I do for you? I never asked you to. You see how much I'm there for you? I didn't ask you. Anxious attachment. You find these are all great, sweet, nice, caring gestures of wants, needs, desires to make you happy. Yeah, it's good. That sounds awesome. Thank you. I'll do it right back to you. But when you feel like your anxious attachment sabotaging the relationship, where you purposely do this so much, you overcompensate on these things to control the person, it's because you're not doing it for yourself. It's more easier for you to give someone their wants, needs, and desires to make them happy compared to doing it for yourself. So now you hold someone hostage, and now you have an unrealistic bar of expectation because all you do, where your world is your world revolves around them. All you care about is making them happy. So you sacrifice your desires, your wants, your needs, all to make them happy. So you have an unrealistic expectation because you have a very unhealthy way of living and dating because you're anxious. And now you hold them hostage. See, you don't love me the same amount. You love me less. You wouldn't do that for me. Well, that's not true. But you're doing things that are very irrational. And you're doing things to now compete or hold me down against. So why are you continuously doing these things? Again, anxious attachment. It sounds like a good, desirable, genuine gesture to make someone happy with wants, needs, and desires. But if your anxious attachment is doing it for a wrong reason, for control, for power, for justification, then you know you're sabotaging the relationship. Your world revolves around them. You have lost yourself. You don't prioritize yourself. You don't care enough about yourself. You care about the other person more. Send me a message if you're in that position. Let's have a coaching call. Please, I'm going to help you out with that. Which leads number 3, you become overly sensitive to even slight changes in their mood. I've heard a lot of coaching situations like this. Coach, I can't believe it. My boyfriend ghosted me. What do you mean? He didn't text me all day. I've literally heard so many different scenarios. Coach, I think he doesn't love me anymore. Why? It's been 24 hours and I haven't heard from him. Isn't he on a trip for work in a different country? Yeah. Like the intense, extreme measures of where the anxious attachment goes, feeling disconnected, overly sensitive, because you need someone to be on one, cheerleading, on top of the world. Mr. Tony Robbins meets Barney the dinosaur, happy as it can be, on you all day, every day. Get real. Get a life. For someone to think that their slightest change makes you crash and fall apart. It's not normal. That's when you realize, again, anxiousness, we get it. Anxiety, respect it. But if your attachment styles have become so intense, where you're sabotaging your relationships, your dating experience, where someone's slight mood crumbles you, then what it is you're trying to date is not a person, more of a statue. Really, you got to think about these things. I have one for avoiding attachment too, so I'm going to go about that later. But I'm talking about anxious attachment, which seems to be more of a common scenario. Now to the final last one. Your anxious attachment, which I understand and respect. Your anxiety, which I understand and respect, has become so intense, so extreme, sabotaging your relationship or sabotaging your dating experience. First date, few dates, 2 months, boyfriend, even husband, I've heard. You've become so intense, so extreme, now you push them away. They're exhausted. They've lost themselves. They don't know who they are. You've emasculated them. They lost confidence, self-esteem, and respect for who they are because of the suffocating you've done to help pamper and band-aid your anxiety. That's not their solution. They're not the answer. They're not your therapist. They're not your answer solution to fix that. That's something you need to develop within yourself for secure attachment, which was where I come in to help you out with. But if your anxious attachment has gotten so intense, so extreme, where you push people away from relationships to first dates to 2 months into it because of the first 6 things that I talked about, you need to be aware of that. Your answer isn't another guy. Your answer isn't a different dating profile picture. It's something within, and it's something I truly respect and take pride on learning as a life coach as well, as a certified life coach, to help you understand that. Because again, we all had to learn to kind of find our own ways. I was avoidant. Now I'm way less avoidant. Still a little bit, but not like I was before. Because I understood where it came from. I can't put that on someone else. Hey, you better take it. I'm avoidant. I'm avoiding attachment. See you in 4 days. She's going to be like, screw you. We cannot rely on that for someone. That's what kills the relationship. That's what sabotages the relationship. That being said, I want to hear your comments, feedback, opinions, situations on this. Send me a message. I love your comments. I always want to hear about them. I respond to them myself personally. If you guys have any interest in a coaching call, send me a message and I'll respond to you as well. Thank you for watching. Always appreciate the support. Take care. Coach Andres.